Chicka, 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 chicka. Affirmation Station, Affirmation Station. What's today's affirmation? Welcome, sunshine, to Affirmation Station. My name is Charente Carr of JCLV21, where I joyously coach life victory. And today, I am the conductor on this here train where we learn how to maintain our mind, our body, and our spirit before departing to the next destination. This stop has transfers to the best day ever on platform 2 or the worst day ever on platform 3. Choose wisely on how you're going to see your day on today. Like every show, I'll be walking you through 4 exercises. I repeat, 4 exercises to kickstart or invigorate your day with your mind at peace, your soul feeling loved, and your body yada yada feeling right and tight. This show is live recorded on the Wisdom app on Sundays now at 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's why we move in the divine. The Wisdom app is available on iOS App Store and the Google Play Store. This is an audio app that with amazing mentors that pour in wisdom every day of the hour through lived experience. Join the community because it's free. Today, we're going to be talking about living from the heart and how it is not selfish, baby. Not at all. Many people believe that living from the heart is selfish, but that's simply just not true. Because when we live from the heart, we're acting in accordance with our true values and desires. We're also more likely to be compassionate and understanding of others. In this episode, we'll be discussing the benefits of living from the heart and how to start doing it. I'll also be sharing some very inspiring stories of people who live from their heart, especially the ones that I have met on this Wisdom app. I'm excited. And if they decide to come in and join in, that's going to be cool too. Tag, you're it. But first, we have to get down to some ground information, such as there's some things that you need to know about this show, okay? Before we do these fun exercises, the first things first is you got to know the sounds that abound on this ground. The first sound that you're going to hear is this one right here. This ding dong just simply means that we're beginning an exercise. The next one that you'll hear is this one. This ding dong ding simply just rings to say that the exercise has been completed. Okay, now that we know this, we got to do that pre-workout because it's like we want to work our real bodies out and we got to do that stretch, the warm-up before we get to going, okay? The pre-warm-up, let's go ahead and get started. The pre-workout is going to go a little something like this, okay? I like this exercise because I call it my fun exercise. I call it my bring up my heart rate a little bit exercise. And it's just the simple shaking of the hands. You're like, what? Yes, shaking of the hands. Because it helps move the energy that's stagnant and wake us and shake us up a little bit more. So what I would love for you to do is put your hands out right in front of you and start shaking them left and right. As gently or as hard as you can, but also while not hurting your hands at the exact same time. Keep shaking them. Keep shaking them. Keep shake, just don't break. Hey, keep shake, just don't break. Hey, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep shaking, 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 and stop. Hey, now you're up a little bit more. We're warming ourselves up. And this is exercise completed. Oh, look at God. Okay, look at God. Now let's move into exercise number 1. Exercise number 1 is... Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? If you've been with the show, then you know. This is Say It and Claim It. This is all about speaking words of affirmation. So if you're feeling down, remember it is okay to frown, okay? Just remember to speak yourself back up with compliments or saying, I love you. Here are the instructions. They're very simple. Say these affirmations with me inside that beautiful mind of yours with that imagination, or say these out loud with that beautiful voice of yours. If you want maximum benefit, say these in from a mirror or your front camera right quick. Okay, because it helps to see yourself saying the words of how you love yourself. And then you start to believe yourself. So let's go ahead and get started. It's time to repeat after me to keep you free. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I enjoy the present moment. I appreciate who I am. I embrace my voice. Is it powerful? And I honor all of me. I love myself. I trust myself. I honor myself. I value myself. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day, and in every way, my life gets better and better. My success is inevitable. Exercise has been completed. You did it, and I'm so proud of you. Yes, I am. We're speaking that life into yourself today because you didn't have to do it, but you did. And I'm so proud of you, my friend. I really, really am. To keep the party moving, okay? This next exercise that we're about to do is called the breathing. This is where we focus on our life force, our chi, our prana, if you will. Breathing is a natural thing our body does without us even asking. Today, we're going to consciously breathe as it allows us to energize our body, focus our mind, and tap into our inner light that powers us up to say what to do, though. Okay, here are the instructions for this exercise. There are 4 sets, so please listen to how your body currently is in this current position. If you laying down, you were the first one to go around, okay? Feel the support of the surface beneath you. Relax those shoulders and close them eyes, okay? If you were driving, you get to move your booty from side to side, get comfortable in that ride. Feel the support of the seat beneath you. Shake it up and move that booty to make it comfortable. Sit up straight, relax your shoulders, keep your eyes open, and be aware of your surroundings, the peripheral, if you will, okay? Next, if you're not driving, you also get to, and you're sitting down, you also get to move your booty from side to side, get comfortable in your seat, plant your feet on the ground, sit up straight, relax them shoulders, and keep your eyes open if you want to, but if you can, go ahead and close them. Only if it is safe for you to do so. That's my caveat. You know you like the caveats? I do too. The last set of instructions, okay, is if you're standing up, baby. You walking, you talking, you shaking, you're moving, okay? You get to stand up straight, relax your shoulders, and keep them eyes open, okay? We don't believe in falling today. None of that. Keep them open. Thank you. Today, we're going to be doing the box technique. And it goes a little something like this. It begins by inhaling through your nose for 4 counts. Holding that for 4 counts. Exhaling through that mouth of yours for 4 counts. And then holding again for 4 counts. Yeah. 4 by 4 by 4 by 4. Okay? Into the nose, hold. Out to the mouth, hold. And then start all over again. Don't worry, I'll direct you. I got you, baby. I have one thing to note for this exercise. You ready? I think you're ready. Okay. If you start feeling lightheaded, please soften or slow your approach, or just simply stop in the name of you. If you're pregnant or think you are pregnant, do not hold your breath, baby. Just breathe slow and follow along. Now let's go ahead and begin. Okay? Breathe in through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Last time. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. And go back into naturally breathing. When you ain't paying attention about it. Exercise completion. Yeah. Okay. You did it again. I'm so proud of you. This next exercise is called Tap It In. In this exercise, we're going to be doing the emotional freedom technique. And this technique is an alternative therapy for anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, chronic pain, weight loss, and many other conditions. This technique is a couple of forms of self-love because we are touching on areas of our body that moves our energy, and we're pairing that with words of affirmation, also known to other people as prayer. Isn't that awesome? We touch it on our body, laying hands, and we're praying for ourselves. So, pause. Pause for the cause? Why we gotta pause? Because I have a little bit of disclaimer for this exercise to keep you safe on this train ride, okay? This exercise is not recommended if you're currently driving or operating heavy machinery. No matter if you're in a good health, pregnant, or experiencing illness, be gentle with the taps on your body, yada yada. Back to our regularly scheduled show. Today, we are going to be doing 4 taps, and they are going to be the side of the hand, eyebrows, side of eyes, and the top of the head. And I'm going to explain to you where each point is, why we do what we do. But first, you got to know that you have to accept what you're feeling now, like right now. All of it. Accept it. Because it is what it is. Nothing else. It just is what it is. Not bad or good. It just is what it is. Okay? And please know that this feeling is just simply part of your alert system. Okay, it's a background music to your life story. And all your feelings are okay. They're just beautiful colors that you didn't even know you were painting with because you're an artist, okay? These are your emotions, and they're all okay to accept. We're going to be pairing all these little tappy taps with, like I said, the affirmations. The affirmations that we're going to be using are the ones that we did from Say It and Claim It. You did not have to remember them because why would I do that to you? I wouldn't do that to you. I'm your best friend. I got you. So I'm going to direct you all the way through. Okay, from the pause, the stops, to all the in-betweens. Now, let me go ahead and explain a little bit more about this exercise. The reason why we're going to tap on the side of the hand, also known as the karate chop, is because it dissolves feeling stuck and allows ease in moving forward, letting go, healing from grief, and becoming happy in the present moment. Next is the eyebrows. The eyebrows dissolves trauma, hurt, and sadness, and allows peace and emotional healing. I'm gonna explain this to y'all in a different way than I generally do, because I'm just gonna have you practice. So you're like, Charente, but you didn't tell us how to do it. I got you. Just give me a second. I'm trying something different. Just bear with me, okay? Okay. Next is the side of the eyes. The reason why we're doing this is because it dissolves resentment and anger and allows clarity and compassion. The last is the top of the head. It allows spiritual connection as well as anchoring the new balance and alignment from the tapping round that we literally just completed. Now, I'm going to explain to you how to do it because we want to go through the motions before we add the words to the ocean. Okay. So the side of the hand goes a little something like this. Pretend like you are Jackie Chan. Okay, if you don't know who Jackie Chan is, he's an amazing martial artist. He's an amazing fighter. He's amazing. Okay, but how he does things is he lay his hand down flat. Okay, and he just strikes down. Okay, and do this. You strike down on your other hand. That's how you tap that point, because the karate chop point is literally the side profile of the hand. So you just want to strike that on the other hand. Okay. The next thing that you should know is the eyebrows. The eyebrows, to do this, you can take one finger from each side, your index finger, your pointer finger, and I would love for you to go to your eyebrows, not the ends closer to your hairline. I'm talking about closer to your nose, in that bridge between your nose. I want you to tap right there at the start of your eyebrows. That's that point. Now, the next point, you're going to move your hands from that inner part right next to your nose, and I want you to move them out all the way to the sides of the eyes. Okay, also known as around the temple area. This is the sides of the eyes. Next is the top of the head. To do this, literally put your finger to the top of your head and start tapping up and down. That is literally it. You're like, what? Yeah, that's the entire demo. Now, are you ready? Because I think you're ready. You know the things, you know the whys, you know all the in and the bye-byes. So let's go ahead and get started with the side of the hand, and I'll let you know when to switch. So go ahead and start chopping on the side of your head, aka the karate chop point, and start repeating after me. I love myself. I trust myself. I honor myself. I value myself. Pause, repeating after me. Switch to tapping on the eyebrows. Resume repeating after me. I enjoy the present moment. I appreciate who I am. I embrace my voice as it is powerful. I honor all of me. Pause, repeating after me. Switch to tapping on the sides of your eyes. Resume repeating after me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Pause, repeating after me. Switch to tapping on the top of the head so that we can lock all this goodness in, okay? Now resume repeating after me. Every day and in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day and in every way, my life gets better and better. My success is inevitable. Pause, tapping on your head as an all-around stop, and then stop repeating after me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yes. Moving on to the last exercise before we start talking about the topic of the day. Ooh, yes. This last exercise is going to be fun for this ride, okay? And this exercise is venting gratitude. I know you're like, I generally vent when I'm not in gratitude. I know, but this one is the opposite of that, Opposites. This is where we vent gratitude for whatever we want to uplift in our lives and appreciate. The instructions are simple for this one. Just start out by saying thank you and then start listing it as whatever it is that you're thankful for. We do this in a rampage style, so that simply means that we keep going in on whatever it is that you are grateful for until the exercise comes to a close. You will hear the mission completion sound, which will let you know that we are stopping the rampage, aka the listing, aka the gratitude, for a temporary moment, okay? Now, I'm just going to go ahead and begin. My gratitude might look different than your gratitude. That's also a little caveat that I'm going to add right now. And that is okay. Thank you so much for the day. Thank you so much for waking me up today. Thank you so much for Affirmation Station Show. Thank you so much for rest and me learning how to rest. Thank you so much for my husband. Thank you so much for my house. Thank you so much for my puppy and for him understanding how to do new tricks and actually doing them. I'm so proud of him. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for the present moment. Thank you so much for the peace. Thank you so much for, I have lots of gratitude. A lot has happened since the last episode that I recorded. And I have lots of gratitude for my health. I have lots of gratitude for my body, for keeping me up straight. I have lots of gratitude for community and building friends and connections. I am thankful for the Wisdom app, the Fanbase app, TikTok, Instagram. I can go on with all these social medias. And I'm thankful for the fact that I get to connect to others. I am thankful for previous connections and them helping me with business. I am thankful for my accountability group. I am thankful for the retreats that I've been on. I'm thankful that the money and the finances were afforded, even though I did not know how it was going to happen. I am in gratitude and I'm thankful. And I thank you for all of my visions coming true. And I thank you so much for the love on my heart and not putting up defenses to be offended. I'm in such gratitude right now that I'm recording this episode. I'm also in gratitude right now because my office is clean and I did that yesterday. And I'm so thankful for the energy to be able to do that yesterday because I've been wanting to do it for 2 months. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I'm here now and I'm talking on Affirmation Station Show and I'm so thankful because I missed this show. I missed you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. Exercise completed. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the last exercise. Or not the last exercise. Actually, oh snap! It's that time! Y'all, this is how just tells you how out of practice I am on Affirmation Station Show. You're like, really, Charente? I'm going to leave this in here too because you mess up sometimes and it is what it is. But y'all were on fire today. And I'm excited to do this next part because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've been slacking on doing this for myself, okay? Now that we've taken the time to show ourselves love, it's time to celebrate because we're great just being us without any actual accomplishments, goals, or anything getting completed. By you waking up, that's a cause for celebration because you're here again. Okay? So if you will do with me, I would love for you to give yourself a big round of applause. Woohoo! I'm so proud of you. Yes, I am. Ooh, feel that. Feel that love. Feel it. Because I needed that. And it feels good to be appreciated and to clap for myself. Because I did the dang thing. Okay? If you're listening in, this is your moment to shine now on the Wisdom app specifically or on the Fanbase app because this is the time where you can be a guest. And I'm going to bring up I'm bringing up a guest on the Wisdom app. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this. And she is Lois Hampson, aka my mama. And I'm gonna bring her up.
Hey. Hi, Charente. How you doing?
I'm doing good, mama. How you doing?
That was beautiful. I had to come and support your first day back at doing Affirmation Station because it makes me laugh. It makes me giggle. It just lifts my spirits. I usually don't get on and talk to anybody before my show, but like, hey, I like this, and if this is when you're gonna do this show, then I got to make sure my stuff is ready before your show come on so that I can just sit and listen like I did today. But today I was moving around a lot. But I really like this. And to speak from living from your heart, you are also a person that lives from your heart unapologetically. It's kind of like being naked and unashamed. It's like, hey, this is me. Like it, dislike it, love it, whatever. It doesn't matter what you think. I love me. So the whole thing is that I just wanted to come up here and give you your props for you living from the heart and you deciding on that you wanted to live and deciding that when they gave you a chance to get Social Security for the rest of your life because of your disability, I gave you your options, and I told you I wasn't choosing that for you because they said I could get money for you on Social Security, and I'm thinking, oh hell no, I ain't gonna limit her like that. But I let that not made that decision. You made the decision not to limit yourself and said, no matter how sick I am, I'm going to get better. I'm not going to ask for this little, what was that, $900 some dollars a month, for the rest of my life because I have this physical illness. And because you did that and lived from your heart, you live. You fucking live. And you don't just get no $900 a month. You make bank. Okay? But you had to choose that. So, and you chose from your heart. You chose not to limit your potential just because they said you could in your season of illness. And I think that should be applauded. I don't think I've ever said that to you, but yeah, you were given options and you researched them and you figured out that you wanted more than that. So I just want to let you know that, hey, I appreciate you from living from your heart. And then I appreciate you also for coming back on here and doing your affirmation station because I don't know, like I said, it lifts my spirits every time I hear it. And maybe because I think you're comical because you're my daughter and I know how you are. And it's like you just being 100% you on the affirmation station. And it's funny and it's just wonderful.
Thank you so much, Mom. I really, really greatly appreciate it for pouring that love into me, and I receive it, and I allow it in my space, and I can feel my heart swelling. And if I cry after the end of the show, it is what it is. But I thank you so much for you being the example, and also teaching me how to unite my divine masculine and feminine together so that I can work as my whole being. I really appreciate it. Even when I got to learn your definition of rest, and then for me, have to learn my definition of rest. I'm very, very grateful and thankful. Like, I'm really grateful and thankful because I can be honest and say, if you weren't the example, I don't know who would have been the example. I'm just gonna be honest, Miss Mom. I don't know who it was.
Well, I mean, honestly, Charente, because I didn't know who would be an example, I had to fight. Okay. Because I thought if I left when they told me I was dead, okay, dead woman walking, if I had actually left during that period of time, I knew that you didn't have nobody to finish taking you through teenagehood and young adulthood, and Brianna through young adulthood. Niecy was already a full-fledged adult. Okay, but you guys didn't have the support that you needed from everyone else yet. And I say yet. And that was because I made mistakes and I kept y'all on the island and I kept y'all, quote unquote, protected. So you didn't have the community around you that you needed to be able to live if I had died. Okay, so I had to kick my ass in the gear and I had to kick my own ass. I told you I was doing Ho'oponopono way before Ho'oponopono. And I recognized the error of my way, so it behooved me to get me together first, and then finish doing what I came here to do, which was to raise you three wonderful women, But yeah, it gave me a boost in my butt because honestly, if you hadn't been sick, I don't know if I'd have had the strength to say, okay, we gonna fight this. I don't care. Everybody gave up on me, but we gonna fight this. No, I don't think I would have. I don't know. I can't say, but all I know is I'm grateful to be here every day. So I celebrate life every damn day. That's why I love my kudos. That's why I love Krista Brown talks. That's why I love hearing Graciela Moore. And I heard she was on the other day and I missed her. I haven't seen her do a show for a while, but I know she was on Kudos. But anyway, but I appreciate all this love that you pour into, to the people when you're doing your affirmation station. And with that, I'm gonna get off of here, and I'm gonna do my meditation before my show, and I'll see anybody who's in the room at 11 if you join my topic today. And today we're talking about the sacral chakra. Okay, we're talking about our energy systems, how we don't have a physical body, we don't have just an emotional body, we don't have just a this, just a that, just a this, but we do have an energy body, which is the base of our existence. And if we don't understand that, it's kind of like we're operating without an instruction manual. So I love you, my dear daughter, and I will talk to you later.
Bye, Mama, and I'll talk to you later. Have fun on your show, Igniting the Divine Spark Within. Oh, yeah. Y'all, that was my mama, yo. That was my mama. I love my mama. I really do. And what I can say about my mom is this, is that when you live from your heart, you spark things in others. And that's where the whole igniting the divine spark, because we can spark each other and set that fire ablaze again. And when it comes to her show, she started it after I started my show, because she's like, you're doing that, I can do it. And then she started doing it, and she's been standard, and she's been on top of it. She's went through the 12 laws of the universe, interviewed a couple of people. She's also went through, oh my gosh, the different relationship dynamics in regards in communication styles. Like, she's talked about a lot on her show. So go ahead and check it out. It will be at 11 a.m. Pacific times. It is every Sunday, unless she is on vacation. And I say, Mama, no. Okay, just so you know, if you don't see her, that's most likely what happened. If you want to come for somebody, come for me. Because I really do hold her accountable and make sure that she also rests, because my mom has a beautiful and big heart. And sometimes she forgets, okay, to take care of her. And so we hold each other accountable when we're living from the heart, because we got to remember, self-care is the best care. Self-love is the best love. And then we can love others in their fullness and their understanding level, which is the amazing part. And the cool thing about it is the topic of the day is living from the heart and how it's not selfish. I'm going to just let you know what I'm going to high level cover. So you're like, I'm going to take notes. I'm going to help you take notes. Okay. So I'm going to be covering what does it mean to live from the heart, the benefits of living from the heart, how to start living from the heart, and then inspirational stories of people who are living from their heart. That's the flow of the topic, yo. So first things first, let's get it started. One second, because this is the intro music. Yes. Now we can talk about the topic of the day. So what does it even mean to live from the heart? Let me make this simple right here. It just simply means making decisions and taking actions based on your true values and desires. It means being authentic and honest with yourself and then with others. It also means being compassionate and understanding. That is what it means on a simple level. Living from the heart to me also means that you are operating in your personal truth, not trying to change someone else's truth, but living in your personal truth. And I can say that sometimes living from the heart is hard. I can say sometimes living from the heart hurts your heart a little bit, because you get to expand it and make it bigger and bigger and bigger, which means old belief systems have to fall away. And that means there's parts that are being removed from you. And that process is a process. And you're going to feel emotions, all the emotions in that process. The benefits of living from your heart, there are so many freaking benefits, but I'll give you a couple, okay? The first thing is you're going to be more content and actually satisfied with life. That's first things first. You're also most likely going to have strong and healthy giving and truly taking relationships, not the overgiving, none of that. No codependency, not independency, but interdependent. You're going to probably have those type of relationships too because you're living from the heart. Additionally, the benefits of living from the heart, you know that saying of be the change that you wish to see in the world? That's this. Because you're living from the heart, you're making a positive impact on the planet because you have the inner peace that allows the world outside of you to start gaining more of that world peace. Okay? And it's so vital to allow yourself to be your fullness because there is only one you. There's only one you. And we need you just to be you, not nobody else, just yourself. And the reason is because your story is the positive impact. Your testimony is the positive impact. That's the funnest part about all this. And it's one of the benefits because you get to illuminate for someone else to say, you can do this too. And there are so many people walking around saying, can I do it? And then you're the testament to say, yeah, you can. You're the yeah, you can person without you even realizing you're the yeah, you can. Now, how do you even start doing this? You might be asking. You're like, well, I don't even know how to even begin with this. There's just a few things. Takes first, okay? You got to take some time to reflect on your value system and your desires, okay? Remember, your morality is just your opinion. Remember that. So when I say values, I'm specifically meaning what are your ethics? What are the things that you will stand on? Okay, what's the hill that you stand on? And some people will say, what's the hill that you'll die on? I say, what's the hill that you stand on? Okay, what are the values that you move yourself in? I'm going to give you an example, okay, for me. One of the things for me is study thyself to prove. That is one of my values, okay? It can be as simple as that, or I can say the 10 Commandments. That's another one. Or the laws of Maya. That's another one. But those are my value systems. Desires are the things that I want to have in life. And I truly desire. It's not a want, but it's an innate desire, which means it's something that you just feel a really, really strong pulling to. That's the easiest way that I can describe desire. And if this is super important for you to do, because once you know your values and your desires, you can start making more informed decisions and taking informed actions that are in alignment with them, which means they're in alignment with you and you're not fracking yourself off. It is so on it when you're doing this evaluation to be authentic and honest with yourself. Really honest, even if the honesty hurts to see it actually written down on paper. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You are perfect just as you are, whatever it is that you're having to be honest about. And the fact that you're taking the time to improve yourself is absolutely amazing. Please, I'm going to say this one more time so you can hear me one more again. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. Don't try to be Carl. Some people, I'm going to say this. I thought about target audiences 18 to 22. Don't try to be like none of these rappers. Don't try to be like none of those rappers. Try to be yourself. Don't try to be none of the politicians. Try to be yourself. Don't try to be like none of the business people that you're around. Try to be yourself. That's all I'm trying to say. Yes, you can see them as someone that you want to have the accomplishments that they have, but don't try to become that particular person because only that person can be that person. You're just going to be a knockoff, and you don't need to be a knockoff because you're already a treasure. That's the most amazing thing that I can tell you is you're the treasure. So don't try to be something that you're not. Just be yourself and let your true self shine because you deserve that, and I would love to see it. And the last thing I also want to point out is being compassionate and understanding. Everyone is making the best decisions that they can at the time with the resources that they have, okay, at any given time. That's the best that they can do. No better, no less. That is the best. And you're like, what? Their best sucks. Well, that's your perspective, opinion, and your moral, okay? That ain't it. Let them be them. Let them be them, okay? And they're doing the best that they can. And if you know that you're also doing the best that you can give someone a little bit of compassion and understanding because you're like, if that's the best that they can do with the information that they have and the resources that they have, because now we're talking privilege a little bit, check your privilege. And the reason I say check your privilege is because of the fact that sometimes we give people solutions that they can't do because they're not in the position that we are in. So be mindful of that and know that that person is doing their best. And the thing is, if they had oopsies, we all have. So no shaming in this game. Okay? And when you're actually compassionate and understanding, you'll most likely actually keep strong relationships in your life. If you're not compassionate and understanding, you'll probably burn those bridges like fire. Okay, I'm talking to Korean to y'all at this point. You don't need to set no more bridges on fire. Meet the person where they're at, and know that if something you feel like you were slighted by something, because I know for me, I've been feeling like that recently. I have to realize for myself, because I'm going to talk for myself, that everyone is making the best decision that they can with the information and resources they have, and it doesn't matter how old they are. That doesn't change their knowledge so far. Okay, it doesn't, and that's okay. And for me, I live from the heart, but I still have to come to realize this every day, y'all, because I am human, as we all are. Why is it so important to live from the heart? I already talked about this. The reason why I said it's important is because you're more content with your life, and contentness is not saying you're complacent. I also want to throw that out there because that just came out of my spirit. No. You're not complacent. No. That's not how that one works. So I just also want people to know that contentment does not mean complacent. Content means that you are good with what you currently have. You're satisfied. Doesn't mean that you don't want to continue to improve, because there's nothing wrong with that. Complacent means that you don't want to improve. You want to stay status quo, and you want to be stuck in whatever that flow is. And remember, stuck water starts getting stanky after a while. You don't want to be at stagnant water. You want to continue to flow like the rivers and the lakes. Not the man-made lakes, the actual rivers. Let me correct that. So I just thought about Lake Mead, and I was like, you don't want to be her. She dangerous. You don't want to be her. Thinking of anything else that I might have missed? Not from how to live and how to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and move to the inspiring stories. These inspiring stories are from people who I have seen live from the heart. And please know there are many people who live from the heart. Not just the few people I'm about to name, but many people live from the heart, okay? These are just a few examples, and I'm not going to use the household names, because when I was doing my research for this, and I was like, inspirational stories, the Greta Thunbergs came up, the Mother Teresa came up, Gandhi came up, and I'm like, they're gone. We don't need to be talking about them. I'm going to give you guys some people that are here, living, present with the moment, okay? First things first, I'm going to talk about KB, aka Kristen Brown. Kristen Brown is on this Wisdom app. She is a beautiful, wonderful soul. If you never met her, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Miss Kristen Brown. She is a relationship coach. And she is someone that went to the University of Kristen, which is what she calls the time period where she got to really learn more about herself. And in that learning more about herself, she realized that there were some things that she had to apply love to herself too. And in her living from her heart, and from that moment at her University of Christian, she graduated, by the way. She's always in continuous education, because Kristen Brown is absolutely freaking amazing, and she's always learning. She has written books to help people in their relationships, and that's her living from her heart. And her books are super easy to read, and they're fun to read, because she goes from anecdotes to some good information to some more anecdotes to bold writing. Her books are fun. And she also always comes on this Wisdom app and pours in her heart every day, because of the fact that she has a heart to let other people know that men's health is also super important. And another thing that I love about Miss Kristen is the fact that she is just her full self. She doesn't apologize for it. She is just herself. And she's like, oh, I made a mistake. And she'll say this live on air, has no qualms about it, and she just keeps pushing on. I love Kristen. Another person that I love so much, Graciela Moore. She's also a person that comes on this app too, for the Wisdom app. She is an empath and soul alignment coach, okay? And Her story, I got to interview her on Speak From Your Heart show, okay, which is my other podcast. And her story is amazing. First of all, she originally grew up in Puerto Rico. That's first things first. And her life had many twists and turns, from being in a drastic, life-altering car accident, which caused her to lose her job at a casino and her apartment. She had to come to the realization about herself and know that she's going to be able to be okay. During this time, she also was in her master's degree program. And like all this happened, and it was a rude awakening call. And then she said, you know what, I want to move to the United States. I want to move to the mainland. And she had to figure that out. And she's been out here for quite some time, living from her heart, living from herself, helping people with moon magic and meditation. Okay, that's really her book. Check it out. It's on Amazon. Okay, cool. And that book helps you go through all the moon cycles, and it has a little drawing element. It's a lot of fun, but this is how she lives from her heart. And she's silly, and she shows different things about her life, and I love her spirit. That's Graciela Moore. And then I have one more person I want to mention, and the reason I'm mentioning this person is because she's the reason why I got to learn how to live from the heart. It's my mama, Lois Hampson. I'm thankful and grateful for her because of her story, from being young and told that her mom really didn't want her like that, and that her birthday was a nuisance because she was born one day prior to her mom's, okay, to additionally they started getting us sexually touched at a very, very young age, more times than she can account for. But she knew that God was with her because she prayed. She went to church early. She did all the things. And despite all of that, she had 3 beautiful children, including me, and has been through so many things, and got to the point where doctors sent her home to die. And she said, nah, I'm good. And she started fighting. And I'm so proud of her for fighting, because if she did not fight, I would not be here right now talking to you guys. I'm just going to be honest, point blank and simple. That was a very dark time for me in my life. Just going to talk for myself. And I can say is that I got to see how she first took care of everybody else before she took care of herself. So now she takes care of herself before everybody else. And she has more than enough in her cup that it spills over, cleanses us, and she's still moving on with full cup. Okay? She pours from her overflow. She doesn't pour from her actual cup. And I'm so grateful and thankful for her, because she is the reason why I research, development, execute, and then teach from my observation and my life experience. She's the one that also keeps my head sane. And she lives from her heart authentically as herself. And one of her coin terms on this app, y'all, is 4S. I think it's the super shit shape shifter. That is a tongue twister, mama, Jesus. But she'll say that, and that's her authentically being herself. They're like, sure, Lois cusses like a sailor, but my mom's just authentically herself, y'all. Yes, she has a master's degree. Yes, she was a therapist, but that don't make her less of a human. She uses her full vocabulary, and she's just herself, and we love her for it. There's also Cecilia Grace. She's on the Wisdom app, and she also does a fun thing called Kudos to You, okay? She does it every single day, where you can give kudos for yourself, and we applaud you. We hold space for you. And I love what Cece does, because of the fact that through her living through her heart, she has traveled all over the United States with getting on the train, going to different people's houses, pouring love into them, also helping them before they transition. She lives from the heart every day, and her heart's so big, because you can only take so many passing aways before you're like, I can't do this no more. But from her living from her heart and her authentic self, she's there for them. She loves them until the end. And I love Cece's heart, because it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I feel like I'm about to cry, because witnessing us as everyday people living from the heart is a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing. And I can say, the more that we live from the heart, the more that we're helping and we're healing the world. So I implore you to take the time to heal you. Now, you know the last section of this show, because I don't see no guests come up though. We're going to be going to the gift section, and all the gifts are now available on affirmationstationshow.com. That's where you can join the Facebook community, or if you need to work with me because you're like, Charente, I need some more of that love and your goodness in my life, not just on these podcasts, head over to CharenteCarr.com, which is CharenteCarr.com. Head on over there and let's go ahead and get it working though. Because I have opened up multiple businesses in between the breaks of the last Affirmation Station show and this one. From a makeup business to an emceeing business, and I'm even doing my spoken word, okay, in the name of Jesus. So this is how I'm living from my heart, is being all of myself. And I have been told multiple times, Charente, you need to niche down. I'm not niching down because I'm a multifaceted being. And I'm going to stay multifaceted. I'm not going to be a one-trick pony. Not today, ma'am. Not today. So, with that all being said, oh, snap, crackle, pop, we don't stop. The choo-choo sound is sound, which means that this train has to go full steam ahead. I'm not saying you got to get out of bed, and I'm not giving you clearance off of work because I don't got that authority. I ain't your manager. No. All I'm saying is that we're moving to our next destination. I want to thank you so much, so very much, for riding with me and listening in to Affirmation Station. You may now exit the train and move to your next destination. There are transfer lines to the best day ever on platform 2, or the worst day ever on platform 3. I will see you guys next Sunday at 9 a.m. for another amazing episode of Affirmation Station Show. We're going to be talking about surrender and judgment. What's actually keeping you stuck? I know, all the juicy topics. I love you to infinity and beyond. I hope you have a fantabulous day. Ta-ta for now. Affirmation Station. What's today's affirmation? Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to this new episode of Affirmation Station Show. Remember to rate and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast streaming platform. Be sure to give me a follow or DM me on Instagram at Charente Carr your key takeaways and your thoughts on this episode and what future topics I should cover. That's all for now. Until next time, see you.